old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now it's just
What's going on, everybody? This is Cena and Pyramid. If you can't tell, we are playing Fortnite right now, not Destiny, because, well, Destiny is very bad right now, as you can tell.
Yeah, it's not in a good state, man. I actually tried to play the Nightfall yesterday, and I couldn't help but like mid-Nightfall at first. What was I doing it for? It's like, well, I was gonna get another duplicate and some tokens, which I'll get more duplicates from, so you get shards. And then I thought about that, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do with the 800 shards that I already have, so
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with all that. And then I tried to play Iron Banner.
More shards.
Yeah, more shards. And lag, getting matched 2v4, all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just don't understand how they can miss the mark so badly after Destiny 1.
Well, yeah, and I mean, not only just the fucking tokens, but I mean the amount of time we have to do the Nightfall to get those fucking tokens is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like if there was a purpose for the tokens, or like in Destiny 1, and I think one of the biggest things that which everybody's talking about, was the biggest thing they made mistakes with, especially regarding loot, is that there's no incentive to get an armor piece twice. You know what I mean? There's no incentive to get a gun twice.
Yeah.
That gun, it's automatically going to be sharded regardless, and I just don't think that's not fun. That's definitely not fun to me. And I mean, I put in almost 3,000 hours of Destiny 1, and I don't know how many hours I have in Destiny 2, but I know I'm already bored. And I know if it was, in Destiny 1 at this time, like a month in after playing Destiny 1, I was still like very involved and playing every day, doing my bounties to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And with that discarding thing that you were saying, I mean, it would be okay if the discarding actually did something with our power, but that's completely irrelevant, because every time our power goes up, it seems like it doesn't do shit to our armor, our recovery, which apparently should mean something, because it's the biggest number on our screen.
Yeah, it just I don't. It does nothing. Like everybody, obviously, light was flawed in Destiny 1. They revised it. Who knows how many times? They changed. I think it was 2 or 3 times they changed it, and then each time it presented its own set of problems. But I feel like they did really well with. In my opinion, I thought Taken King did it almost perfect, and then except for the infusion, where you didn't get the actual number for the infusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they fixed that, I felt like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Light felt good. You felt the difference, especially if you were like 10 light or below on Oryx. You were like, oh, okay, like this is some serious shit,
Yeah.
But
I mean, they definitely lost.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they definitely lost that fucking aspect of power. Because I mean, you remember in year 1 where you take someone that was 29 light through fucking Vogue, and then you had 34 lights everywhere. That 29 would get one shot just from about every enemy in that fucking raid. And I feel like now, if you have someone that's 290 and you have someone that's 305, you're not going to see a big difference whatsoever. The 305 is going to be getting 4-shotted, just the same as the 290. So they're definitely fucked up right there.
For sure. And the biggest flaw with that is, I think people, got kind of addicted to obviously the power chase, and then not only that, it was double. Like you get your light up, you start to feel more powerful, and you just felt good, playing it. Like you would feel powerful. It wasn't ultra easy like in raids and stuff, but you felt like you were making a difference. And I feel in PvE and PvP, they went in a direction where you really don't feel like you stand out. You feel weak in comparison.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's weak. It's not that you feel weak. It's just that you don't feel powerful at all. Nothing you do seems to affect much of anything. You as a lone person. And they did the same thing with PvP. And with PvP in particular,
Mind
I don't
blown.
know where. Yeah, I have no idea, what they were going for with that, because I'm like, if I wanted to play a game like that, I would play Halo, or play, Destiny had its own special, unique thing
Taste.
going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just felt different than other games. It was very special in a way, I guess you would say, but now it's just like any other team-based shooter,
Yeah.
and
It just goes back to so many things, like we were talking about earlier with the color scheme. I mean, that definitely is a key aspect that plays a big role in it. And I feel like whenever
well,
we're playing a game that's got that color theme aspect, we get really fucking bored.
right, yeah, and don't get me wrong, Bungie's always been really good with skyboxes and certain things they do extremely well. But yeah, the especially the multiplayer maps, like the PvP maps, feel very, very bland. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, for sure.
They feel uninspired. They feel dead. There's not really anything that stands out. There's not really a map that stands out either. Like in Call of Duty games, you get this idea, and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying, but in Call of Duty games or most multiplayer games, you'll have
Yeah.
that map that comes up where you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is my map. That I personally don't get that from Destiny 2, and at least
There's
from
no
the people I'm
map.
talking, they don't either.
No
Yeah,
map at all.
yeah,
I mean,
and
D1 we had a select few, it was those maps like Widow's Court, Burning Shrine, people had their different opinions about it, but obviously, one of those maps was someone's favorite. And I mean, we
yeah,
had those
yeah.
we had those long dried out bland type of maps too, but it was nowhere near as what we're having in D2.
Right.
It's
Pantheon, Bannerfall, Burning Shrine.
yeah.
I mean, we could go on about that. They had some really good maps, but I think it was just too much of a hit all at once. If you really think about it, it went from 6v6 to 4v4. They nerfed how much.
Yeah.
They nerfed how much super you got. Just shot you in the back. But they also nerfed. Abilities like grenades and stuff. They went too far because of the complaints. People were like, oh, I don't like getting ability spam. I don't like getting killed by grenades every 20 seconds. It's like, yeah, I get that and I agree, but doing everything at once, 4v4, like I said, the the special ammo change, which put shotguns and snipers in a very weird spot now.
Yeah.
The higher time to kill, everything that they did all at once, and now it just feels really, really boring. At least to me.
It's
And
really
this is coming from somebody who played 3,000 plus matches of trials in Destiny 1, maybe more than that actually. So
yeah. It just really feels like strange on the direction that they took. In Taken King, they had everything fucking made for them with the special that you were talking about and the ammo.
right.
Everything was perfect. Gun control. I mean, I just don't understand why they'd go in such a different path with that.
No, me neither. And I think if I were to really think about it, the things in Destiny 1, the times that stood out, or just the times where I was like, man, I really love this game. It would be and a lot of people disagree with me, but House of Wolves was one of them. Doing Skull the first time and getting it done felt really good. I didn't do it when you had the burns. I did it after. Yeah. What else? Vault of Glass obviously was amazing, and a lot of people echo that. And,
The moments of the brief moments of where you could renown yourself for a play that you made, and that never happens in this game. You can't renown yourself for anything, and I think that's one of the best aspects of a game that you can look back on and say, wow, this is what I did.
That's one of the best points that I think needs to be made. Like those moments, man. Like I remember when the raids we did. I remember clutch moments. Like I remember when everybody died and you clutched the
Gold.
oracles, or what is Templar? It was Templar you clutched by yourself,
yeah.
and everybody's like, oh wow, it was crazy when we two-man oracles together and everybody was dead, and everybody was like, oh my god, good shit.
Yeah.
Helping my friends go flawless for the first time, and everything. I mean, the memories were just
The
the
people's
moments you had in that game
emotions,
were
through getting
Right.
through
Yeah, it
shit
was-
first
yeah,
for the first time, and
for
in this
sure.
game, when we completed Leviathan for the first time, it was like, oh, finally I got that shit over with. That was my first
Right.
expression. It wasn't, yes, let's fucking go. It was, oh, fucking finally, I'm never coming to this raid again. Like,
Right. And I'm not hating on yeah, and I know you're not either. I'm not hating on the raid. I feel the raid was okay, but it feels very uninspired compared to the other raids in my opinion, you know, and I think a lot of people agree with that. Just,
yeah.
I don't know what it is. It feels lifeless compared to the other raids.
I mean, where did this, I think they're missing the story aspect of it too. I mean, where did this big fat motherfucker named Callus come from, you know? Like, I don't understand. He was never mentioned in the story. He was never mentioned in pre-game, so why are we just hearing of him in their first raid?
Yeah. Yeah, never didn't hear about Cal in the story. The only people who know who Cal is.
Good shit.
Yeah, thanks. I hit that one burst and got both of them. But the only two people who know who Cal is if they read the lore.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's two people up there. It's all good. Yeah, man. And with that, another thing on that, with the whole thing with the lure, is that it was kind of lost, really, for me, at least, with the whole route that they took. Because
Yeah.
when we're talking about the Cabal, and
Right.
we're talking about the Cabal in D1, I mean, we definitely got that there was a hint that there was going to be this big Cabal dude coming out. But
Right.
then again, they could have took a whole better route with it. I honestly think that they shouldn't have gone the Cabal route. They should have done a whole new
Me
species.
neither. Yeah, I agree. But and I want to go back to the point we were making before about the moments in the game, and I feel, you know, I don't know about other people. Like, yeah, I like to be good at games, but I also like to have fun in games. If I'm not having fun, I don't want to be good at a game that's not fun to me. That's what the point is.
Yeah.
And look at Fortnite. Good example. This is a game that kind of came out, and well, I don't know where it came from when it came out or anything, but I know it blew up suddenly for me. Everybody was talking about it, so I was like, I'll check it out. Free to play game. I get on here, and I mean, I have clips on my YouTube, you know, people watch, like, of us just laughing and having a good time, man. And it reminded me of Destiny 1, like, all the times we got, you know, playing trials or raids and
Yeah.
whatever, and, you know, things would happen, clutch moments, we'd just be like, oh my God, you know, it's crazy. We had so many moments like that in this game the first day we played it, and I was like, oh yeah, this, you know, it's a fun game, and I just really enjoy playing it. And then I go, and I hate to compare games because I feel like every game's different, but then I go to Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 after I played yesterday to try to see what Iron Banner was like, and it was just, man, it just felt so, the best word I can use to describe it is dead. It felt so dead compared to this game.
Yeah, I think
And
that
my emotions were echoed that. They were dead too. I didn't feel anything. Even you know, I'd get killed, I didn't care. In Destiny 1, I'd get pissed. I wanted to be good. I was passionate, so I'd have a bad game, and I was like, damn it, man. You know, I'd be pissed, sure. But now, you know, in Destiny 2, I'm like, I could go like 2-20, which doesn't happen, but you know, whatever. I can have a bad game, for instance. Like if I say I go 5-8, I just don't care. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like, I'm not passionate about it
Yeah.
anymore, man.
I think one of the key aspects for me, and it probably is for a lot of people, is that we've had such a long period of time in Destiny where we got on, and when we were getting on, we thought to ourselves, wow, I do not want to be on this fucking game right now. But we had nothing else to play. At the time of Rise of Iron, I would have loved nothing less to get on a game like this, or at least have known about it. And now that Destiny 2 has come, and I'm having that same feeling, probably more some, to be honest, because I feel like this drought's going to be way worse than any drought that we had in D1. Now that we have
It's already
games,
worse.
yeah, now we
It's
have
already
games
worse.
like Fortnite and shit like that. I can actually get on PlayStation and feel like I'm going to have a great time with my friends. I'm going to have a great time. You know, my weekend's not going to go to waste anymore.
Right. Well, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say it's already worse
It's
because,
fine.
you know, it's the thing that everybody was echoing about this whole, you know, the gear not coming with its own perks, and, or if they're separate perks and all this, and whatever. I got caught up on my words, but unique perks is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Now, and especially raid gear, like raid gear, trials gear, there's no incentive at all. It's all cosmetic, so you're like, I don't know, like, even in Destiny 1, during the droughts and everything, I would still find things to do. Like I'd get on there and be like, oh well, I really want to get a longbow with short gauge and whatever. I could grind for that. And sure, it wasn't the most fun grind in the world, and I know that a lot of people didn't enjoy that, and I didn't at times either. But at least I had a reason to play. I had something to go for. Now
Yeah.
there's just there's literally no reason, and I just don't understand how they missed that point. You know, it's like, yeah, I know they don't want people stuck on Destiny. They said like, oh, this is a game you play for a while, then drop it and come back. I'm like, yeah, okay, but it could be so much better, man, and that's all there is to it. Is Destiny 2 do I feel cheated out of $60 for buying it? No, I feel like it delivered. It has a good multiplayer. I don't particularly enjoy the style they went with, but it's functional. It works. It has a raid. You know, I had the story was okay. I played that, but so I don't feel like cheated. And I don't want anybody to think I'm saying like, oh, they cheated us or whatever. No, it's an okay
Definitely,
game. It's just
yeah, it's definitely worth the $60. But the one thing that I'm asking myself is that that game is worth $60, and I hate playing it. This game is free, and I love it a whole lot more. And I
yeah,
don't understand that
exactly.
because they have so much more money than who made this? Epic Games, I believe. Uh,
Epic Games. Yeah.
yeah, if I'm wrong, just tell me. But
No, it's Epic.
this game is 100 times better than what I played in Destiny 2 in the past week, and
Yeah.
I didn't buy this thing for a single fucking penny, and it just
Right.
feels so much more
Well,
clean and balanced.
I agree. Yeah. I wouldn't say better though. I would say like because like I said, I don't like to compare more than I just like this. I would say it's not better. It's just
Yeah.
on the fun scale. At least me and everybody that I know that's played this in comparison have said this game is more fun.
It's
You
so
know, by
simple
far.
that you don't need anything else to make it a good game. It's a good game as it is. They just need to
Yeah.
add some more maps to it, something like that, and I
Yeah.
mean, I think this thing could blow up.
More maps, you know, and I don't know. That's not what we're talking about anyway. So it's
No.
not, we go on that
Yeah.
for hours too.
Yeah.
But no, uh, Destiny 2. Just there was another point I was thinking about when we were talking, and I can't remember what it was. But I don't know, man. I don't. I like I said, if I were to sum it all up, I would say I don't get it. I don't, and that's it. That's all I can say. I really don't understand. Yeah, they wanted to get rid of elitism and stuff, and I'm like, you know, that's not the elitism itself, but people seeing other players with like really cool armor, with really good perks, with really cool weapons from the raid and or trials or whatever. They saw that and they're like, I want to do that, and that's what a lot of people played for. You know, there was a time where I couldn't do a raid. There was a time where I couldn't even think about going flawless in trials. But
Yeah.
I wanted to, and I was like, oh, I want that, you know, I want that Goku shader, man. Like that was awesome. So I was dedicated to making it work, and there's just nothing like that in Destiny 2. You know, that's just the point. It doesn't exist at all.
Yeah. I
At
think
least from what I've experienced.
that, and we need to touch on one last topic here. We're not gonna drag this on for too long, but we need to talk about the whole gun spectrum that's going on in PvP right now, because I feel like that's one of the biggest issues people are failing to realize. I mean, we could go on about how Mida is broken all day. I think everybody gets that at this point, you know, Mida,
Well,
shit
for
like that's
sure.
shit like that's
High
gonna
cal
happen with Bungie.
specifically.
But I don't
Yeah,
think a lot of people don't get that that's not just the biggest problem that's in PvP right now. The whole gun spectrum is broken. Okay, every single gun, like Uriel's gift, all the autos with those, you know, those 3 hit points in the beginning that they put out with massive damage from insane ranges, you know? It's not just Mida Tool. All the crits are broken. The whole gunplay is just all over the place. And I mean, D1, we didn't have the greatest gunplay at times either, but at least in that game, you know, we had moments where we were able to clutch shit out. In this game,
right.
we don't have those moments. We don't have any of that shit. I feel like if I get team shot from more than 2 people for more than about half a second, I'm dead no matter what I try to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the thing, like you said, we don't want to drag this on too long, but I do want to say that and I'm not hating on anybody with this. I'm just saying, a game with the tick rate that Destiny has, a game with the connection issues that Destiny has, and various other reasons, it will not ever be a true competitive shooter. And there's
Well,
tons of reasoning behind that. I'm not just saying that. It just won't be. It can't be.
yeah, I
Not in the
completely
state that
agree.
it's in. Yeah. So I'm like, they're like, oh, we want to push a competitive, competitive shooter, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're gonna have to change a lot more than special weapons and supers, man. Like, if you want that. But I don't get, because I'm like, Destiny was competitive in its own way. Like, look at the people like Luminosity and Murdaro and Triple Wreck and Sir Demetrius. These guys came out and yeah, it was a quote unquote whatever people would say, like, it's not competitive broken game, but yeah, they shined above other people for a reason. There's obviously a skill gap there. They've lessened
Yeah.
that skill gap tremendously in Destiny 2, in my opinion. Like,
Oh yeah.
entirely. They've just taken it and reduced it by like 75%, because now it's not about how good you are. It's about, can you
Mhm.
stick with your teammates and can you finish kills that other people are trying to get. Like, and
Yeah.
that's just the point. And
I don't
I
understand why, another thing on Trials, man, I don't understand why it's so fucking long. You know, no one had a problem with Mercy, right? And they got rid of it. No one had a problem with it. Did you hear any complaints about Mercy? The boon, was it pointless? No. It helped
no.
people that couldn't get Flawless and didn't have the time. They talk about how they want to help casual players through this game. Mercy is one of the
Hmm.
best things for that. Okay, because casual
Right.
players don't have 2 hours, and again another 2 hours. Because if you go 6-0 and wipe, that's 2 hours progress gone. You're gonna have to go another 2 hours. It's almost a whole day's worth of trying to go flawless, and they're talking about
That's a
trying to
good
help the
point.
casual player. It's not helping.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they made the matches drag on a lot longer, so it's a lot longer to get
It's almost
even
three
close to a
minutes
flawless run.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they took away Murphy, and I don't. Murphy is whatever to me personally. Like, yeah, it would be nice to have, because sometimes you have those off games, but
Yeah.
we got flawless twice without it, and it was whatever. But the point is that it is really draining to spend an hour and a half in a playlist, get right to the end, and then lose one game for because of lag or whatever other reason there might be, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, now we get to start all over again. Here we go. Like,
Yep.
let's start from one, and it's like, no, dude, a lot of people, like, I don't play Trials anymore. Like I said, I played 3,000 plus games of Trials at the end of 2004, and I don't touch it anymore, because I'm like, it's just boring. I don't want to sit there and team shot people um, game after game after game for 2 hours. Like, I just don't, it doesn't appeal to me. It does appeal to some people, sure, but I don't think it appeals to as many people as the Destiny 1 system did. And I'm only saying that because of the people I know and what I've seen on Reddit and other places,
Yeah.
So the magic seems gone, and
Mhm.
the fun seems gone. Like I said, have I had fun playing Destiny 2? Like in the first week? Yeah, I did. It was cool.
If
It was
even
whatever.
that.
But
It's like,
yeah, you're
what I don't understand is that we played Trials for all those years, 3,000 plus matches, yet we were still playing at the end. We've been playing Trials, I'd say we played 1 week, and now we're
we played
done.
up to the last weekend. Played up
Yep,
to the last weekend.
we're done. We're done with
Yep.
Trials for good right now. I mean,
Unless they change it,
yeah, unless
but
which is gonna be really hard. I mean, people are gonna have to understand that they're gonna need a miracle to come back from where they're at right now,
yeah, for
because
sure.
they've definitely opened a wide hole in the fun spectrum of this series. So
Right.
we're gonna need a
And
miracle.
and I'm not like a doomsday type person where
You know.
I'm terrible. I'm really bad. I'm sorry.
Hey man, it's all good. At least we're not getting team shot in D2 by Midas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was no. I was when I'm. We're gonna. Uh, I don't know. I can't talk and play
at the
if
same
I'm
time,
not.
yeah.
Now I can see how people have trouble with live comms. Like, it's really distracting because you're trying to think about something outside of the game. But
Yeah. Well, anyways, we'll do another commentary in the future.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, we're not going to get a ton of views, but we'll put it this way. If you enjoyed this, and whoever you are, if you're listening to this, if you liked it and you enjoyed our very first attempt at something like this and it was okay for you to listen through, you know, I hate to do this, but like give us a like and leave a comment and just say, you know,
yeah,
for real. I know it sounds everybody says that, but for real, because that's how we're going to know if it has an audience and if there's people who actually want to listen to us.
yeah,
Because usually we're just two idiots who ramble at each other in a party. So, but we figured we'd
yeah.
share our ideas and our opinions
We
on
do
things because
have we do have a lot of experience in the game. For anyone who's watching, we are day one players. We do know what we're talking about. So
yeah.
I
I
just
mean, I
feel
could
like
go
that's an
over every
important
meta,
factor. Yeah,
every raid,
we
talk about
have
it, whatever. I mean, I
so
don't have to
this.
prove myself, but if I have to, then you could look it up
Yeah,
on Destiny Tracker, look me up. Like, trust me, I
yeah.
wasted way too much time in that game. So,
Just know you guys are not alone. Day one players out there. We know how you fucking feel, and we're out here to
yeah,
spread the word. And do it by all means. Comment at Bungie because we're not trying to hate on the game by any means. This is not a video to say that they're not going anywhere. We just want the game to succeed, and I know you guys do too. So please,
yeah,
at Bungie, tell them this game needs a fix, and it needs a big one.
yeah. Yeah, talk about it, and not to be cheesy, but I mean the overall point is we love Destiny, man. We really do. That's how him and I met. That's how we met a lot of our friends, and we really enjoy playing the game. And we just feel the direction they're headed in now is not the one that most people want. So if you agree, then speak up and say something about it. We'll only know if people open their mouths. So
Yep.
we didn't even touch on Eververse.
Nope. That'll be for the next video, everybody. We'll talk to you guys about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, well,
Yep.
this has been it. Peace.